This is A Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to A Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, the place where you get to become an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat. This is Kiki. We have Tracy and Eric in the studio today, and we're here on season 4, episode 7 of the pod.
What's
up,
good
on,
people?
Guys?
Hey.
In this thing.
So, Trees, I mean, how much is gas?
You know
have a price update.
You know what? That's funny. It's funny that you bring that up because gas shot back up. Gas had got down. Y'all, I had got gas maybe like 3-4 days ago. Of course I filled up for like $3.08. Yesterday it's $3.50. I said, what is y'all doing?
They went up for real?
Yeah, they went up.
Our face now.
Yep. $3.50 and $3.49 is cheapest I've seen now. I said, now what is y'all doing? Like we everybody back to school. I'm using more gas now. Like the summer I wasn't going nowhere. Look, summer I wasn't going nowhere. It was too hot.
Yeah.
It was 104 yesterday. Like the only time I'm getting out is because I need to take my kids to school. Please bring the gas back down. Or I'm homeschooling.
That's funny. And you want to know?
I'm so annoyed.
What else is funny is that you know how you talked about your light bill on the last.
Y'all was high too.
So my grandpa was like, he was like, you got to stop running all these lights in my because the bill is X, Y, and Z amount. And I was like, dang, that is kind of a lot. And I'm like, I'm a night owl, so I'm like up all throughout the night,
using all the internet power.
But
listen,
but it wasn't our bill. It was the church's light bill because it gets sent to his house because he's like he does
so he
all
thought it was
the work and stuff. He thought it was he wasn't paying attention to the address at the top. Because I looked at it, I said, hold on, this ain't even ours. And he's like, oh, okay. Because I sure was about to say, because it was high.
You was finna get put out. That's what's about to happen.
Listen.
Because I was like, I don't know what else.
You a pink slip.
I was like, I don't know what else to take. Because I mean, what I use is what I need. I don't know what else. I can't take it down no more. I don't keep nothing plugged up.
Look, my daddy is the absolute worst. Like when I tell you, I was telling him I called my daddy. I like my light bill went up, so yours probably going up too. He called me yesterday. Hey, Trees, I pay all his bills for him. Hey, Trees, pay my light bill or whatever. And I said, okay, I go on there. Tell me why this man. We have a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house, and his light bill was $87. What is you doing for your light bill to be $87? I go over there. He turned all the lights off. I go over there.
Smart man.
He don't even turn on the central air in the house. He bought one of them. My daddy's so cheap, y'all. I love my daddy, but this is why I'm cheap. This is where I get it from. I'm not as bad as him, but this is where I get it from. He bought one of them little, that you stick in the window fans.
Yeah.
ACs.
A box. Oh, okay.
Window unit.
Yeah. And I'm like, why did you buy this when you got AC in there? Turn AC on. Well, it don't be that many people here, so I was like, but when I come over, I be sweating in the living room. He be like, well, come here in the room. I don't want to go in your room, bruh. But I guess it's paying off because it's bill $87 and mine's $400. So I guess he winning.
Next week, when we get on the pod, you're going to talk about how you got a window unit and you done turned everything off.
Listen, very close. Very
close. Be under a lamp light.
Right.
I'm going to be doing the pod in the dark.
That's
Turn that light out. Look, I'm complaining. I got 3 lights on right now.
Well, thank you for our financial update from Tracy J. Audience, we
Jesus
are
be a
here
stimulus
to.
Check.
What'd you say?
He said Jesus be a stimulus check. Gonna send me another one.
Right.
Are we supposed to be getting one? Is
probably
that
not? I don't know. I ain't heard nothing about it. But I would love another stimmy.
We've been stimulated enough. They ain't stimming nothing. Oh, goodness.
Oh, man. That's
not a thing.
We could use one now, Joe.
I can use 2 on the cool.
Or 3.
Well, audience, thank you for tuning in to another episode of A Who All Gonna Be Their podcast. I'm actually going to pass the mic right on to Eric to get us up to speed on the most recent episode of the Challenge USA.
Alrighty. So this episode was a action-packed episode. There was a lot going on in this episode, and like Kiki revealed at the end of the last pod, this was more like a Mario Kart type challenge that they had to do today. But before we get into the challenge, we have our players, they're trying to sussing out who needs to be the next target, and pretty much mostly Dominic. I guess this should have been foreshadowing. He's basically in the confessional, like, we got to take out the three-headed snake. The three-headed snake gotta go. And the three-headed snake is Tyson, Angela, and Kyland, because they've won pretty much all of the daily challenges that we have. So combined, so it's like, dang, y'all are triple threat. Y'all are the ones to beat. Y'all got all this final money, and we need some, and y'all to start sharing the wealth. So they try to be like Robin Hood, I suppose. We're gonna take one of them out and get their money and spread it to everybody else who needs some. So they got the targets on their back, and they still huddle up. I don't think they care. That's the problem.
They don't,
because they were sitting up here meeting in front of everybody, having conversation. I'm just like, y'all don't see what y'all doing.
But that's the privilege of being so good. Like, they're really good physically in these challenges. So it's almost like, who gonna check me, boo?
Right.
Like, we gonna.
I would have been acting the same. Man, don't even hold y'all.
Yeah, because it intimidates people though too. So folks are probably intimidated about putting them up, because if they stay, they coming for you next.
They're coming for you.
Because it's a high chance of them win. Yep. Come on, one man.
One sound.
One man, one sound.
So yeah, that's exactly right. So yeah, they just chilling, like nothing can happen to them. And then we have a really powerful scene. It was really emotional. I don't know for you guys, but Leo got a phone call, FaceTime call home to his girlfriend. I didn't know they could. I guess they can do that. I didn't know they could talk to their people while they're there.
Oh yeah, they've done the other challenges too.
Okay, I don't know if this was just like emergency.
They don't show it a lot, but they do it from time to time just to add to the story.
Okay. Well, they added a lot to this story with this phone call because Leo, he's talking to his girlfriend, and she's stressed out. Okay,
baby, I was like, damn, girl, I ain't seen you in a minute. Why you hollering?
Baby is not okay. Yeah. She like, the credit cards machine ain't working. The restaurant is overflow. There's problems over here.
What kind of restaurant do he have?
I don't know.
What is he? Is Leo what, Italian? I would guess.
Baby, I mean, I'm sorry. I don't want to miss. What's the?
I'm just guessing. I'm about to look it up.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you look at it because I'll get ready to look at it. You look it up.
What was he on? Survive? No, he was on Amazing
Race. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he has business says. Let me correct myself. Business says. It's plural. He has multiple businesses.
Okay, honey.
And so she's basically like, things are out of whack. You shouldn't have. Shit, why did you do? She said, why did you do this to us? You should have left me in this position. We don't know what to do. You need to come home. You need to come home and come home now, pretty much. And so he's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I gotta go home. I'm coming here. You want me to come home? She's like, yeah, you need to come home. And at first I thought she was gonna be like, oh, it's okay, baby. We'll figure it out without. She was like, no, you need to come home. And so he's packing his bag. He goes immediately, start packing. He's like, I'm leaving. I gotta go. My businesses I done lost $43,000 over the weekend, and I gotta go. And everybody's like, wait, what's going on? Why are you leaving? And Alyssa, she's his partner. You can't do this to me. Why would you want to do? Can you not stay to the morning and just try to figure it out? Is it something that they need you right now that you can't just see tomorrow, and so it doesn't mess up my game? I'm just like, that's so selfish.
Right.
And I get it.
Your game. You got a different partner next week. Like, what you all hot and bothered for? Like, relax.
Exactly. Because I would have been like, at this point, my businesses and what's going on in real life is more important. I think I did tweet that. Like, I get it. You sign up to be a partner here and be a partner with people. But if there's true chaos and mayhem going on back home, that's what's important first. His relationship. Old girl seemed like she was getting ready to leave him at the altar the way she was talking, and they not even married. The way she was
found out.
Go ahead.
Leo is Middle Eastern. He's from Afghanistan, or his family's from Afghanistan, and he has a wine and bar. Bam, did that research for you.
Okay.
I don't know where I got Italian from. My bad, my brother.
Cause you
Thank you for clarifying for the room.
Yeah, you know we got to get it right. Know my heritage.
Cause you over talking about some Italian and
y'all looking like,
and you weren't about to have me on candid camera talking about
right.
talking about nothing.
Jesus, I'm hollering.
Because there's that. And so that was a whole fiasco with that. Because I was like, yeah, leave, bro. That's what you got to do. I would have been supportive. I don't know what would have happened to Alyssa in that moment. So that would have sucked if she would have to have left. But for me, like I said, I'm all for the personal stuff if you got real stuff to do. So what would y'all have?
Like he must have had it must not have been shown, but he must have had a business meeting or something to hang up because he showed up to leave.
He did not leave. That is absolutely correct. Because the very next day, when they showed up to the new challenge, he was there and ready to go. And this challenge, like we said, it's kind of like it was like Mario Kart. It was very dangerous looking. So the way it was set up, they got in these old raggedy looking old taxi cars or whatever. And the object is to pop the other people's balloons and not get yours popped, but also to not crash your car. Because if you crash your car, you're out and eliminated. And the first person to get eliminated, whether it's by you crash your car, because it don't matter if you got all your balloons, but if you crash your car, you out. So either you crash your car or all your balloons are popped. That's how you get eliminated. And the last team standing, the pair standing, is the one who will win. And so it wasn't just a regular, you drive and I'm just sitting here chilling as the passenger. No, you get blindfolded. So the driver, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, who else that we know, famous and cannot see?
What's her name?
Helen Keller.
From P Valley. Oh, I can't think of her name.
Grandmother Ernestine.
Yeah, grandmother. Ernestine behind that wheel.
She said she can drive. She said, I know where I'm going. I know what's right.
Girl, sit your mind down. I'm gonna be in the house. She hit the road.
Exactly. So, and here go Kyland talking about, I'm not going to confirm or deny, but I may or may not have driven blindfolded before.
Oh, Lord.
I said,
I need that story.
Of course he had.
What was you doing that you was driving blindfolded?
In the real world.
What was you doing?
We need to ask him. Have Kyland come. We need to ask him some questions.
I need that story.
Because that's hilarious. And I just couldn't do nothing but shake my head because I'm like, of course you have. Jesus. Of course. So they get into their, so his partner is Kira from last week, the one that was sick last week. So that's who he has. Dominic and Kayla are partnered. I'm trying to see prominent partnerships. David and Cache were partnered. Danny and Justine were partnered together. So we have quite a few varying partnerships going around. Tyson and Sarah together. So that was,
Who was Angela with this round?
Angela was with Enzo.
She did not like that. She was like, hell, we're gonna be laughing. Like, damn.
One thing about Angela, she do not like to lose. No. Ma'am.
And I get it. I feel her because after watching last week Old Man Didn't Jump, I wouldn't want him as a partner either.
Right.
But so they get in here, everybody's just driving crazy, don't know what they doing, and they going to the left, going to the right. But Kayla, I don't know if she was made for this challenge or not. But she was directing Dominic very well. So everybody else is crashing left and right. So the first team to crash their car, Alyssa and Leo. So it's like, dang, they're going to elimination. Well, look like you may be going home after all.
That restaurant.
Right. I'm going home to the restaurant anyway. So they crashed first, and so they know they're in elimination. So now everybody else is just basically like, okay, let's try to stick it out and win. And all of a sudden, people are hitting trash cans and stopping, and they just out one by one.
Turn up everything.
And here goes David and freaking Cash. They crash. He's like, no, not with Cash, not with Cash. He didn't want to go until Because I don't think he knew that Alyssa and him already crashed. So when they crashed, he was probably thinking because he can't see. So he's like, "Dang, I'm fit to go lose." Like, not with Cash, not with Cash.
Yeah.
Well, he had no confidence in her skill ability, her skill set in elimination.
I guess not. I guess
That's
he said
funny.
that. He said that was a fluke. Then one with Dominic. He said, "Y'all barely made it out." Okay, barely made it out by the skin of your chinny chin chin. So that was funny. And then so again, everybody's getting out. So it's down to Justine and Danny and Dominic and Kayla. And like I said before, Kayla has not let up with how she's been coaching Dominic, and like, so they're the only team that never stopped. Everybody stopped, they going back and forth, crashing. They never stopped. And so Danny and Justine, they just try to hold on, it seems like, and they just driving around in a circle and they run over a trash can and get stuck. So they just sitting there. They like, well, we can't do nothing.
Nothing we can do.
Then we just here. We got to sit here and let our balloons get popped, because that's exactly what happened. Dominic and Kayla. All right, hard left. Pop that balloon. All right, reverse. To the right. Pop that one balloon. And they just sat there and they just popped all their balloons. They didn't have none left.
So is that how it ended? So that's what determined the game is over once everybody's crashed or everybody has their balloons gone?
Once all their balloons pop.
So they could have been going for hours then.
Yeah, they probably would. I bet you they did.
Yeah. Because because I don't know how big the arena was, but I imagine it's like, enough for all these cars to be, and for Dominic and Kayla to go all that time without crashing anything or anybody or anybody.
Had a lot of space.
Exactly. So yeah, that's ultimately what kind of ended it up. So Dominic and Kayla, who are both ready to make a move on the 3-headed dragon. But the thing was with them, they're like, so we can't get Tyson we could get Tyson and Sarah, but Dominic is Survivor. So they're like, it's really gonna be boiling down to Angela and Enzo or Kyland and Kira. Or so we thought. So Sarah, of course, she hates Tyson. So she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna let him think that we're good, even though Tyson don't really trust it either. So she's like, what if I just get us thrown in there? So I'm gonna go try to get us thrown in to see if he'll throw us in there so I can blindside him. And of course, Sarah knows she's strong. She knows, although she can't stand Tyson, she knows he's an incredible competitor. So 9 times out of 10, if they did go down there, they would have come back the winners. So it was just to get thrown in there, just to shake Tyson up, just like a little haha, And so she tried to convince Dominic to do it against Tyson, behind Tyson's back, but Dominic was basically like, nah, I'm not doing it. Yeah. He wasn't feeling it.
And mess around. That's equivalent to getting backdoor to me. Yeah. Like you mess around and volunteer to go down there and
go home
and get the okie doke.
Yep.
Like leave well enough alone, sis.
You wouldn't catch me outside.
Never.
I'm not volunteering to go nowhere. Nope.
And okay, so it's,
but I ain't asking.
It's funny. So I went back and I I watched the Challenge podcast with Davon and Devin, right? And so was it Cache? She mentions that one week, the week that Tiff went in to that challenge, they lost that bike challenge. Her and Cinco were partners then, right? Cinco was trying to protect Tiff, and for them to go, he was trying to get himself and Cache.
Cinco wasn't her partner.
He was Cache's partner.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that was Tiff's partner.
No. He was Cache's partner.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he was trying to protect Tiff, so he was basically campaigning. He was like, "Throw me and Cash in there." He was like, "Cash, let us go in there, and we'll go and we'll beat them." And then she said, obviously, she thought it was stupid playing. It was stupid playing. She didn't want to do it, and it was stupid. Scared. That was very stupid. And then she said, "We get to the thing, we see them bikes, and here he go looking over here like." Oh yeah, I don't know. We could have done this. What she said. Now what? She said, now listen. What if I would have went along with your dumb plan? She said, now if I would have went along with your plan, now we both died eliminated. Now we both going home. Because she was like, because I know I wouldn't have been able to do it on the bike. She said, what's that name? She said James and Kayla would have beat all of us. Definitely would have beat us.
Listen, I would have been tired and my memory sucked. We would have gone wrap it up.
So,
CJ gonna yell at me.
So that's just another example. You do not volunteer to go in unless there's just a point in the game, like when you just add up, you ain't got no money for the final, and that's the only way.
The last couple
right? You just got to take that risk.
Right.
Me too.
Exactly. That's the only way you do that. And so, yeah, Dominic would basically just kind of shut it down. So it was back to Angela and Enzo, Kyland and Kira. And you know what? Kayla, I feel like she wanted to put in Angela because for her game is like, I need to get the strongest woman out of here because I'm not trying to run no final with her. And so she was like, that's what I want because these people, they don't talk game to me at all. But Angela, Ice Queen, went to work. I mean, she was up and through them she sat them down. She was like, listen, I know we haven't talked much game and all, but I think it's best, that moving forward, we can build something going. I mean, all these conversations, she sat down with Kayla. She sat down with Dominic. She sat down with this person and that person. And she just went to work. And here go Kyland sitting up on the couch reading in the book with his pencil and paper.
Lord Jesus.
I said, I don't know if you're doing Scrabble. I don't know, doing crossword puzzles. I don't know if he's etching, sketching, or whatever he was doing.
Not etching, sketching.
Kylan was doing the most is what he was doing.
He wasn't doing enough.
He was doing too much. And he had too much and not enough.
I'm like,
exactly.
You chilling and you in danger. And so I think just a little bit of that ego. I love Kylan, but that ego of his always gets in his way. Mm-hmm. Because when it came down to elimination and who they ultimately decided to go with was Kylan and Kira over Enzo and Angela. And Dominic was basically like, I want Angela as a partner. So that makes sense for me to get rid of Kylan because I would have to go. So basically what Kayla wanted, but the opposite for him. And Kayla, honestly, she was like, I would have much rather I want to keep calling her Tangela because of her and Tyler. But Angela.
Same thing.
And so she's like, I would have went that way. But she said, Kylan hasn't come up to me and said nothing to me this entire time. Not a one word. She was like, he didn't have one-on-ones with everybody in this compound but me. And I sat here and waited all day if I would get the pleasure of getting a one-on-one from Kylan. And that never happened. So I'm not really sad to see him go into elimination. So I'm like, well, there you have it. Because you got to have these conversations. Right. And going back to when Justine and Tyson were winning and they threw a Tiff, Justine said that she would not have thrown Tiff in had Tiff came and spoke to her. She said they had a wonderful personal relationship, but they had never spoken game. And she waited for Tiff to come speak game to her, and Tiff never did. And Tiff was like, basically, it was oversight because she felt like because they had the personal relationship, she didn't need to. She didn't need to.
And I probably would have did is fumbled the same way. Because why am I going to sit up here and work relationships I already got? I need to go ahead and work the relationships I don't have and work the other people and know what I have. Maybe I'm just too loyal for that.
And I feel the same way, Kiki, because that would be me too. Like, why am I wasting time on a relationship that I already have? But it just shows you that game and personal are two different things. And obviously. And you have to be able to ascertain the difference, because another point too that Tiffany was basically alluded to, where she did say that I only talked to Tyson because I assumed that Tyson was going to be controlling it, because it's Justine, she's Love Island, she's not running, and she's like, and Tiff, everybody thought that, everybody assumed that it was just going to be Tyson, and a lot of people felt like they didn't need to talk to me, but she's like, you know what, even though I didn't really trust Alyssa did at least attempt to talk to me on the game level. And she was like, as much as I love you personally, I'm here to play the game, and I needed game reassurance. And so she was like, all you had to do, Tiff, all you had to do was come talk to me, and I wouldn't have put you in, honestly. She said we would have thrown in Enzo and Alyssa, because basically she had more pull in a decision than what people thought she did. Okay. So fast forward, and now it's basically almost the same scenario. All Kayla wanted was a conversation from what she's shown in the confessionals, is that she just needed Kylan to come talk to her. So you can't, discount anybody, any conversation. You have to speak to people. So now he in elimination, y'all. Him and Kira versus Alyssa and Leo. And it's like, both of y'all are in there, and I don't think y'all understand, like, if karma is coming to get y'all back. So what are y'all going home after y'all did all this crazy moves against your own team members and stuff like that? Now y'all both going against each other.
You know what it felt like to me? It felt like David versus Goliath. I'm not sure how big I'm not sure how big Leo is because Alyssa small.
Yeah.
Leo
So
look
you
kind of
have
small.
oh yeah, so it's almost like you would have thought that, and maybe I should let you talk about what the challenge was, but just size wise,
Visually, I would have thought the
yeah,
other way. Yeah.
Kylan and
Kira.
Kira
Yeah.
versus Leo and Alyssa.
Listen.
That just goes to show you
String
can
They had
match.
Bean.
size and strength on their side.
String
Yeah,
Bean and Little
Length and
Bean.
yeah,
yeah,
That's what
exactly.
Lissa and they were looking very lean for this
yes.
competition. So this competition was like ball and chain or something like that, whatever. I don't remember the name of it. And so the object was it was 2 parts to it. So you remove one, you got to answer these 6 questions. So one of the questions that they had was, what's in a dozen, something of a dozen or whatever.
What's
so
a
they have
baker's dozen?
a baker's dozen. There we go.
Bro, I got all of them right.
You did?
Come on here,
I got all of them right. The only one I didn't know was the cow one, and I guessed on Madonna. I ain't know
How many
Madonna, but I
stomachs does a
guessed.
cow have? Is it 4?
It was 6.
It was 4.
4 or 6. 4.
They have
okay,
1, but it's split into 4 compartments.
Okay.
Me and my boyfriend was like, let's see what we're gonna do with this comp. Steve didn't know none of the other answers, but the only one he knew was the cow one. We like, oh, we would have won.
That's crazy.
Hilarious.
So the object was to answer your question, but you have to go, once you pull off, see what your question is, you have to answer with a ball that's wrapped in these chains. And so
it's
you
like
have to
20
go
pounds.
It's 20 pounds, 25 pounds. You go unchain this ball with the number on it, and you bring that ball and chain up there, and your partner,
I like that comp.
I did. I thought it was a great comp. You have to get on your partner's back, and they have to push you up, propel you, and you have to put that 25-pound ball and put it the right number in the right slot, and you do that, and then you have TJ check it to see if your answers are correct, right? So Kyland, he's pretty confident. He like, you know what, we're going in here. He's like, y'all threw me in here. It's a big mistake because he's like, because I'm coming back.
Hold on, I just want to. Can I have a little disclaimer? I just want to say something because it sounds funny to me.
Go ahead.
What?
Can you imagine if they did this with the Festy Bestie twist and Jasmine and Turner had to do this? And Jasmine be talking about her ankle hurt, so she would have been the one on the bottom.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I just pictured that in my mind.
She would be like, I
Turner trying to stand up. She was like, get off.
She would have to disqualify herself
She would
again, child.
Can
Just
you
like
picture
that
that?
one comp. Yeah.
I think she would try to be like, I can do this comp. I'm not sitting out, so they wouldn't have made her sit out. So she probably would have tried to force Turner to get her behind on his back and try to reach up there.
Poor Turner.
I can just see it now. So this comp, so they answer that question. They doing good. They on a roll. They answer, and then they get to Madonna. How many marriages how many times has Madonna been married? And they both stumped Kyland. And so it's like, dang, the king of trivia don't know what's going on.
Because he did say, I do trivia.
Yeah, he was ready.
I do is trivia.
But he does. That's his thing. He won the trivia comp. So that is his thing. So I was like, oh, Kyland, he got this.
In the bag.
And then on the flip side, you have Leo and Alyssa. And this baby, they trying to get up here and figure out how to get it. He's literally holding on to the cage.
They was both struggling,
but she was getting those balls.
They did, yeah.
Because
Kira, what she say? I did gymnastics. Yes. So she put all that athleticism to work.
I like, oh, hey, girl.
And Leo was just like a firm foundation. He said, "I will be like a solid rock." Okay, and
no rock.
Or he was a tree planted by the rivers of water. Okay, he was not moving, and Alyssa was on his back, and she was hauling the ball on top, which kind of made me look at. I was like, now, Kira, you got a little bit more meat on your bones than Alyssa, and she was struggling, and I was like, I think Reese
just been weak.
Reese was like, oh, okay, so that's how he lost, because obviously we knew the spoilers, and so she was like, oh, that's how he lost, because she can't lift the ball.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, dang.
I was too.
What's going on?
Yes.
Looked like it was for y'all.
Exactly.
Yes.
But
that's
one
why
thing,
immediately my mind had gone to David and Goliath, because it's like, you would automatically assume that those who appear stronger would be stronger in the comp.
Right. And so eventually I guess she got the hang of it, because then she started doing well. They were able to fill out the whole thing, but they had some wrong answers. So like their other question, what they have, like the cow stomach, how many stomachs does a cow have? And then they also had I don't remember that question.
How many albums Adele had?
That was on the opposite side. That was on Leo and Alyssa's.
Oh.
So their questions, y'all, were so much easier, in my opinion. I don't know about
what
y'all.
are the answers to these? I'm still lost.
So
Adele was 4. Madonna been married twice. 4 cow stomachs. What was the other question?
Angelina Jolie's, how many kids she got?
How many kids she got?
Oh, 6.
6, right?
It was 6.
Yeah.
6. Oh, how many
lives does a cat have?
baker's dozen? Oh yeah, the 9 live. That was so easy.
And what does what number does pi
what starts
begin
with?
with?
3.
Yeah, that was all of
and
it.
then Leo and Alyssa also had how many senses does a human have? 6.
Yeah,
I'm like,
somebody said.
Go ahead.
So somebody put 5.
Who put 5?
They put 5. I could have swore they put 5 at first.
For the human census?
They might have. They took some down and put it back up.
Yes, it was a census.
It might have been that one.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we have 5 census.
I thought it was 6 census.
Girl,
it is 5 census.
No, they put up 6. I think they put up 6.
Okay. I had it reversed.
I was like, wait, hold on. I thought we only had 5. Look, touch.
You know what I'm thinking of? That movie, The
6th
Sense.
Girl.
I'm like, oh yeah, 6 Sense.
6 Sense, seeing dead people.
That's you better have me questioning my entire life because I'm like, hold on. She's saying,
you gotta run through them. Like, okay.
I was like, I thought we only had 5.
Smell, taste.
What I missing? Look, what I missing?
Oh, that's funny to me.
So yeah, they really had a lot of easier questions. I think their only hard question, I guess, would have been the Adele album and then the Angelina Jolie kids. But whatever. So honestly, we get down to it. And they wrong on this side, and Kyland and wrong. So they second guessing if it's the cow, and they knew the Madonna one was wrong. And so they get to it, and they tried putting 4, they tried 6, and then I see them going back to the ball and chain, going looking at 14. I'm like, 14. Not y'all thought this woman was married 14 times.
When she said 14, I said, oh Lord.
And so,
Jesus, they got stumped on the Adele question too.
They did, but unfortunately that was not enough because by the time Kylan went to go get another ball to go try to change out, Alyssa and Leo got theirs right and won this elimination. Mm-hmm. And so,
little raggedy self with her big ass head.
But you know what?
Congratulations, Alyssa and Leo.
Congratulations. And I was like, you know, everybody, I tweeted this too and it kind of hit off too. Everybody has doubted Leo. They've talked about how such a bad partner he is.
They be talking about him so bad.
But this man has once again come through and shown like, I am not to be played with. Like, I'm here to play. And
he be playing, but he play.
Exactly. Like, he is a great player.
He's goofy.
That's all. That's all. Because if anybody's weak, why are we not looking at Enzo?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
maybe Enzo would have been the first person I would get. Let me go through this with Enzo.
Right. That's what I would have did. That's what I did. If I was Kayla, like I said, I get it. Like, you have to go based off the conversation that you had. You know, Angela gave a little bit more reassurance. So I get it. But yeah, Enzo is definitely the weakest link there. And so, yeah, they left. Well, Kylan, you know, he left very gracefully. He did. He was very happy and very enthusiastic, you know, as compared to
always be cheesing.
Compared to his last exit on his last show.
Right.
This was very graceful. Very graceful. I almost tweeted that. Like, I did tweet. I was like, you know, he left gracefully, with, you know, enthusiastically.
Because, you know, he coming back.
Listen, he wants to be a recurring member of the
He coming back.
Yes.
So, and I feel like there's a greater likelihood of him being a recurring person on the challenge versus Big Brother, obviously.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure. You know,
and
so
he said, he quote tweeted people saying, I don't want to run a final with Kyle. And he was like, I'll take that any day. I don't mind hearing this at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And like, that is so. I wouldn't want to run it either. I wouldn't want to walk it with Kylan.
Because I'm sure Kylan, I know that man, he probably got some endurance. That man probably can go for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, on that note, we're going to wrap this up.
Listen.
Look. Y'all know they be running and stuff a lot.
You know,
before we wrap it up, though, I don't know if y'all watch previews for what's next. So they're getting rid of the
pair.
The
algorithm,
twist, right? The algorithm, and so the way they get partners is going to change. The thing is, this next half of the game seems real dangerous, don't it?
Yes.
It gets worse and worse. Like
I'm like, okay,
like, how close can I get to killing y'all without killing y'all?
Look, for real,
right.
to the point where I'm like,
brush with death.
Those who are left in the game, hopefully y'all got some strength in you, because you're gonna need it for the rest of this challenge.
Absolutely.
I wonder if they're gonna do I wonder if they're gonna do singles.
I think
and then the slowest, like guy and girl, they still compete together, but that's what I wonder. That's my guess. How they gonna do it?
Maybe, I don't know,
and then the
because
house
it did
has
not
to
seem
vote on
partnerish.
No,
with some of these previews they gave us,
it was looking very individual, very on your own, like patted a bit on my own. That's what you're gonna be. That's how it's gonna be.
Wasn't one of the things they were scaling the side of a truck and of a semi truck and
running across the water
on top of bean bags or whatever it was.
Somebody almost bit the dust, but it's water. They bit the mat and fell into the water. So
I'm actually looking forward to what's coming up next. Outside of the dynamic of partners.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, thank you, algorithm. You've done your job. We thank you for what you've done. So let's
get ready to Cookout.
What'd you say?
That's what the algorithm did. Got rid of Cookout.
That's
they left every week.
Did. Right. They tried it.
And so it's funny because we look at it, all the Cookout are gone now. And now we're in this new phase. And Big Brother 23 came in with 6 people. Alyssa's the only one left from that season. They came in with 9 total from their show. There's only 3 left.
And that really goes to show you like how playing a petty game gets you.
Listen,
because they came in there pretty strong with 6 people, and they could have, y'all could have targeted each other. They could have targeted each other after this algorithm. How do you say that?
Yes,
that would have been fine to me. Like, at least get to a midway point, and then let's see what happens. And I think they would have went. I think they would have did good. I think they would have still been up.
Because this is what, week 7.
Anyways, yeah,
this is week 7. The Cookout, a Cookout member or Big Brother member won 3 of these 7 challenges. So imagine what y'all could have accomplished.
Yep.
With Big Brother shot themselves in the foot. Congratulations. Now you were left with David, Alyssa, and
Enzo.
Child, I tell you, me.
And what's her name?
Who?
Angela.
Angela.
Did you say Angela? Oh, yeah.
They come in with 4 people then? I mean, 10 people then? They came in with 10 then.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about Cookout. We getting their own lane. We get BB23 their own lane. Let's be real. But yeah, if they had stuck together, that's 10 people.
Yes.
That's crazy. And Angela would have definitely had old dude. What's his name? Tyson. Would have had him rocking with him. Be like, hey, bro, like, it's 10 of us over here. Like, you have our back, we got yours. You know what I mean? And 10 deep. Come on.
Yeah, there's no way they shouldn't have ran this.
Petty won in this season. That's what it was. It was a petty season.
And now that they're gone, the people the only people I'm really rooting for, I'm rooting for Justine and low-key David.
I like Justine.
Yeah. I love Justine. I remember, like, I never watched her on Love Island, but I remember seeing clips. I get why they love her. I love to watch it on TV.
Yeah.
She's just,
and I hope they bring her back.
Oh, yeah. They need to.
Oh, yeah. She's a beast.
Like I said, when I listened to her interview with Tiff, and she talked about, she was like, I don't know these games. I come from Love Island. So I'm trying to learn from you people. It's like, I'm learning from you. I'm learning from Tyson. I'm learning from Sarah. She said, I'm here to, what can y'all impart, what knowledge and wisdom can you impart on me that can help me become a better player? So she didn't come just to be, she came to learn, and she came to play. And I love
And that's why she's succeeding.
Yes. She's thriving. She's thriving. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys. It was sad to see Kyland go because, Cookout. He's the last remaining Cookout member. But I mean, who knows? His decisions a couple weeks ago would have been different.
We're gonna see what season 2 has to hold. We're gonna just say that.
He should definitely be back. I would bring him back, if not for
for sure. He good TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just sad I'm not going to see Kyland on my screen for the rest of the season of the challenge. I thoroughly enjoy his work.
I got a couple screenshots and videos I can send you. Don't be acting surprised, Eric.
Why Eric be getting in his feelings when we talk about how fine Kyland is?
Every single time. Y'all done said it already, y'all. We get it.
You know, look, Eric, you know he fine.
I cannot with you. His curls be popping though. Kyland, one thing about Kyland, he keeps
curls.
He is
yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, so somebody tweeted. They did say something about Kyland ugly self is going. I said, okay, we know Kyland is wild. We know Kyland is unpredictable. But one thing you cannot call Kyland is ugly.
Period.
I'm sorry, you just can't.
Period.
That's just not one person that you can say that.
That man attractive.
It's just objective. I mean, some things are subjective, it is, but it's just, I feel like that's just, it's Kyland.
That's true.
Kyland, we're sad to see you off of our screen. Me and Treese, at least.
We're sad to see you. I was rooting for him.
Oh, me, Treese, and Eric. Okay.
I was rooting for him. Don't be having like don't want Kyland in the game.
Right.
Like I was rooting against him. No, if I could have kicked the list out the curb, I would have definitely kicked out the curb.
Quick.
Look, our group chat members / audience. Now you can bother Eric so he can try to get Kyland to be on one of our next episodes so that he can talk to us about his challenge experience.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we're putting Eric on the spot today.
Oh God, it ain't up to me. These folks is busy.
Look, for real, they are.
They be booked and busy.
Absolutely. They are.
We're gonna hit them up though.
Yes, family and friends and group chat, exclusive group chat members, we thank you for coming back and spending time with us on this episode. We hope that you come back next week to join us as we continue to talk about the Challenge USA. We may throw in some stuff from the Twitter streets. You never know. You may find out how much gas is in Texas next week as well. So thank you again.
Yeah, I don't know some
of this exclusive group
I know
chat.
Plenty to say next week, y'all, because I start school next week.
Oh, you start school next week?
Come on, stories.
Yes.
Sorry.
I know. Where did my
we wish you well, Eric. As you start, is this your last quarter?
This is it.
Ooh,
he is done.
Come on here, the light at the end of the tunnel.
It is.
Congratulations, sir.
This is it. Yeah.
I'm hanging up on y'all. Everyone, thank you so much for coming. Thanks for joining us. We will see you next time.
Bye.